Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today's video is when you go missing for multiple years after a festival. Please don't forget to subscribe and let's get going. The UA festival buzzed with energy, laughter ringing through the courtyard as students rushed to finish last-minute preparations. Yu and Deku had volunteered to fetch some extra supplies from the storage building on the far side of campus. A simple errand, or so it seemed. Moyan, thanks for helping me with this, Deku said, adjusting the boxes in his arms as you walked. I know it's not exactly a festival fun. He grinned. Someone's gotta keep you from tripping over your own feet. He laughed, but the sound died soon when a shadow moved at the edge of the path. A villain, no, two, stepped into the light. Deku's body tensed, his grip tightening on the boxes. Run, he hissed. He barely had time to react before one of them ran at you. Deku shoved you back, green lightning crackling around him as he engaged the first attacker. The other grabbed your wrist, yanking you away with terrifying ease. You screamed for help, for Deku, for anyone to come and save you. But the festival's noise followed your voice. The last thing you saw was Deku's panicked expression as he fought hard to reach you, his hand outstretched. Then a sharp pain exploded in your skull, and everything went black. Bakugo Katsuki hated school festivals, the noise, the crowds, everyone. It was all a pain in the ass. He'd spend most of the day avoiding the chaos, only to be dragged into it by Kirishima. Come on, man, it's not that bad, Kirishima said, grinning as he elbowed Bakugo. Hey now, where's your festival spirit? It's dead, Bakugo grunted. It wasn't until hours later, when the festival was winding down, that the whisper started. Did you hear? Someone went missing. Kirishima frowned. Missing? Who? Bakugo didn't care, not at first, and then he saw Deku's face, pale, shaken, and something cold settled in his gut. Who was it? He demanded. Deku's voice was hollow. It was Wayan. You weren't supposed to survive. 6 years. 6 years in captivity. 6 years of silence. 6 years of wondering if anyone ever noticed you were gone. The night you escaped was a blur of adrenaline and desperation. You didn't know where to go. UA, your old home. Would anyone even recognize you now? You didn't recognize yourself. Your body gave out in a rain-slick alley, your vision swimming as the city lights blurred above you. Maybe it was better if no one found you. Maybe they had already moved on. You woke to sterile white walls and the steady beep of a heart monitor. A nurse smiled softly. You're safe now, darling. Safe? What a joke. The door creaked open. 2 figures stood frozen in the doorway. Bakugo, his usual scowl replaced with something unreadable, and Kirishima, his sharp eyes wide with disbelief. He turned away. Who are you? You whispered. You knew. Of course you know. Kirishima's breath hitched. It's us, Wayan. Bakugo and Kirishima. Bakugo didn't speak. You closed your eyes. I don't remember you. It's a lie, of course. From then on, they visited you every day. Bakugo brought food. You couldn't eat. Kirishima filled the silence with stories you pretended not to hear. You never looked at them. You remembered everything. One night, Bakugo slammed his hands on your bed. Cut the bullshit, he snarled, his voice slightly trembling. You remember, and I know it. You finally met his eyes. Does it really matter? You said softly. You didn't notice I was gone during the festival. Kirishima made a wounded noise. Bakugo's fist shook. He turned back to the window. The ghost of who you used to be stared back. The silence in the hospital room stretched like a live wire. Bakugo's palm sparked. The scent of what seemed to be explosion. cutting through the sterile air. Kirishima reached out, whether to steady himself or you. Even he didn't seem to know, but stopped halfway, his hardened fingers curling into a fist. That's not freaking fair. Bakugo ground out, his voice dangerously low. We looked. For how long? Your voice was hoarse from disuse, but the words landed like knives. A week? A month? You turned your head slowly, meeting Kirishima's stricken gaze. I waited. Every day. I thought surely today. Surely they'll come today, right? A monitor beeped erratically as your breathing hitched. Kirishima's resolve shattered. Wyan, we thought you were dead. The raw anguish in his voice made you flinch. Deku saw you get taken. But by the time backup arrived, there was nothing. No leads, no witnesses. After a year, even the police gave up. You finished flatly. The truth settled between you like ash after an explosion. Bakugo moved suddenly, his chair screeching against linoleum as he stood. You think we just forgot about you? His crimson eyes burned with something terrifying. Not anger, but guilt. Every goddamn victory, every shitty award ceremony, it all felt wrong because you weren't there to see it, Wyan. Your fingers twitched in the thin hospital blanket. 6 years of silence, and now the dam had broken. The next visit came with a doozier. Kirishima placed the battered file on your bedside table, its edges frayed with years of handling. Inside were police reports, private investigator invoices, grainy security stills of figures in alleyways that might have been you. Bakugo hired 3 different agencies, Kirishima murmured, tracing a faded receipt dated 2 years after your disappearance. Even when everyone said it was hopeless. You stared at the papers, your throat tight. The evidence of their search was undeniable, and yet. Then why didn't you find me? The question slipped out before you could stop it. Because you were never supposed to be found, Wyan. Kirishima answered. Your captures hadn't been random villains. They'd been professionals. Erasing evidence, planting false leads, a targeted disappearance. Regardless of all of these, your recovery wasn't linear. Some days you could barely look at them, the sight of their uniforms, or their easy smiles sent you back spiraling back to the concrete when you used to think about them all day. While other days you caught yourself reaching for them when a car backfired and you sought Bakugo's grounding presence, or when nightmares left you shaking and Kirishima's steady warmth was the only thing that could calm you. The turning point was when you went back home with them. Your new apartment smelled like citrus and fresh paint. Kirishima had insisted on yellow kitchen walls, while Bakugo had grumbled about the security system until it rivaled a military base. You stood in the doorway, watching them bicker over where to put your welcome home present, a ridiculous potted plant Kirishima had dubbed resilience, and Bakugo kept threatening to explode. For the first time in 6 years, the ghost in your chest didn't feel so heavy. You weren't who you'd been before, but maybe you could learn to be someone new. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you liked this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and goodbye!